Okay, so this is a video game review for Quake 3 Arena for the PC. This game was released in 1999 by id Software, and just like Unreal Tournament was released just weeks apart, which was its main rival, you could say. Now, I'm more of a UT man myself, partly because I never actually got around to playing this at the time. I played this from like 2005 or so onwards, really, I suppose, late in the day, but it was, I was actually quite surprised. I'm not a great Quake fan, personally, so I wasn't expecting to find this all that good, and I didn't find the look of the game all that appealing. Like, I'm just not much of a Quake fan, but this game is actually pretty damn good. It does what it sets out to do. It's a very therapeutic game when you've had a long hard day at work. One of the best things to do to unwind is just come back and play a game of this, for half an hour or more. It's just it's good fun, and the premise is very simple: just basically kill everyone you can. It's an unapologetic shooter in that respect, and the weapon selection is pretty good. There's all the sort of types of weapons you would want: a rocket launcher, a railgun, a machine gun, a shotgun, a big fucking gun. It's all pretty much there, and there's no feeling to really match sniping someone with a railgun in midair or chainsawing through someone to the sound of humiliation. The game engine is great, and that's why I think the game Star Trek Elite Force is such a sweet title, because it shares that Quake 3 engine but puts it in a universe that players such as myself would appreciate more than, say, the Quake universe. The level design in this game is really where it's at, though. I cannot stress this enough. The level design is absolutely fantastic, and with things like jump pads and pits of lava and just everything about the level design in this game is just it's almost fucking perfect. I mean, it's just so difficult to find a shooter whereby there's some really great levels to play on. More than, say, like 2 or 3. In this game, like pretty much every other level, and there's easily 30 plus levels in this game, just feels so great. On the flip side, the characters feel very samey and uninteresting to look at. Although the pace of the game is still pretty cranked up and provides a real flooding of the senses. There's the usual game modes that you would expect in a normal shooter, such as free-for-all deathmatch, team deathmatch, tournament, and capture the flag. The only downside I can find with this game is that there's not really much of a single-player mode to sort of write home about. Now, I know that's not what this game is all about, and when you play it, that's not what it's about. But it's still one of these things that if it had a good single-player mode, well, wouldn't that just be the icing on the cake? Now, it does what it sets out to do, and as I said, while the Quake universe doesn't really appeal to me all that much, you can't deny the accessibility of this game. There's enough difficulty levels for the beginner and the pro alike. I wouldn't say it's the best shooter on the PC, but given that it's still a very playable game to this day, years later, then that's really saying something. And I'd say that it's fun against bots, it's fun against humans, and overall it's just a very decent shooter that's aged very well. So in the end, I give this game a 7.3 out of 10. And that's me.